Hey guys, welcome to Charting Volume Profile with TJ the GOAT. I just wanted to show you guys how I set up my indicator shortcuts, which are right up here. I've got my 3 minute, which is my trading shortcut, what I like to view when I'm trading, the 7 day PVP lines, the daily SVP lines, and the monthly PVP lines. The first thing you're going to want to do is we'll remove any indicators you may already have on the chart. Make sure that you're on the 30-minute regular trading hours. And now from here we go to indicators, go to technicals, and add the SVP. And you'll see it shows up here. And then I like to also have volume, just the regular volume. So I go searching for volume, hit OK, and now they both show up. This is what you'll see when you first add it to your charts. I don't mess with the settings on my volumes, so I'm going to take those display off. And my SVP, I'm going to go to the settings. Now, if you've got all that extra stuff that labels, you just right click here and turn off all the extras. All I have over here is the symbol title and the indicator title, so I don't see these arguments and everything extra. Keeps the chart clean. But double check your settings. We're going to the inputs first. Value area volume of 68, and we do row size of 100. In style, make sure the value area low and the value area high is checked. And if you prefer, custom color these so that you can see the levels as you need it. I use for value area high a yellow, custom yellow that's a little brighter. And for value area low, I like to use the blue. And for POC, I use a brighter red. And you can add these just by adding the plus and going through the color wheel and designing, picking your own colors if you don't like the colors that are already provided. You can also change some of these settings by adjusting these with your custom colors if you also prefer. That's up to you. And from here you can see we have the value area high, POC, and the value area low for the previous trading day, which this is Friday the 13th of 2023. And excuse me, had to just cough for a moment. And let's see here. Starting off with the value area high, we're looking at 397.54, POC of 396.36, and 393.46. Now, I do right click on the price chart, go to labels, and I like to make sure that I have indicators and financial value labels listed. Otherwise, those will not be listed for you, as you see here. So make sure this is checked, and you'll see the numbers of the furthest right data listed on your price chart. If you want, you can grab your data and scroll, and if you list the data you really want to know the levels of as far right and touching the price chart, that's the information you're going to see displayed here. And as you see here, as I scroll left, it changes with the data being displayed on the furthest right of the chart. If you have a new day being developed, it'll show new day information, and you'll have to make sure to remember to move your chart over to get those levels. ES is a prime example where with so much trading hours available, sometimes you have to move it to ensure you get the right levels on your chart. A hint, object tree down here on the right, right above the help center button, is available for you, and it displays what you have currently on your chart. And you can even hide anything you don't want to see that may already be visible, or add anything that isn't already there from this view. And we keep this open when we're charting our levels because this allows us to add a line, Doesn't matter where you put them. Just add a couple lines. Now from here you see it just says horizontal line. We're going to change that. I double click on the line and it brings up the menu of that line. Go to style. Since I like value area high as a yellow, I'm going to change that to yellow. Do the text. And now we've got previous day value area high right here. Copy. And make sure that the lettering is yellow. This makes sure the text that you write is the color. And this is the line color. And I make sure to do text alignment middle right to have it right there. And we come up with the copy of this into this pencil, and you'll watch that once you click away, it's now labeled over here as well. So that'll come in handy later once we start getting a lot of lines on our chart to make sure they're right. And now I go to coordinates and I can match that previous day value area high that's being charted here. I always make sure to lock my levels so that I don't accidentally move it when I'm moving the chart around. Grab it on accident. And if you want, you can hide it and verify that you're getting the right level if you need to. So again, I just go through these, make sure that I double check what levels, since this is down as the 43, I know this is going to be in my POC. So I change that to red, text, red line, and do PD, POC. Make sure to update the label of the chart and then go to the coordinates and match it with the actual level. So since I'm a little off, 36, hit OK. That line moves. We're there. It's labeled. Make sure the line is locked so I don't move it. And again, you can double check if you need to. And then value area low, we're going to go PD, value area low. Edit the label. I use blue, so I don't need to make any changes there. And I was, again, off because I just threw lines. It didn't matter. I knew I was going to adjust them. So now I've got previous day levels charted on SPY, ready for tomorrow. And from here, I would chart my weeklies. So I'm going to take and hide those levels I just drew. Now I already have my shortcuts saved, but from here, you would save your shortcut by hitting this blue or this 4 square box that's for right next to your indicators. Save indicator template, and this will save what you have here as its own template. You remember the interval, since we're on the 30-minute, and that's key to these levels. And then we'll type in whatever label name we need. So this would be daily. Oh, I don't know why that popped up. Should not have popped up. Remember intervals. And I do daily SVP. I'll just do YouTube for an example. Hit save. And now you won't see a change here. You'll have to come back up here and hit that 4 squares again and look for what you just labeled your levels to be in and add to favorites. And once you do that, you'll see another one gets added. Now, since I'm not actually using these settings, I have my own that I prefer, which included little deeper colors and custom coloring. Make sure to save and favorite it, and it'll be up here. We're going to move on to our weekly levels since I already have these templates saved. Oh, that's right. That is being hidden right now. So unhide that. And now these are my weekly levels. We're going to be on the 65-minute, again, regular trading hours. This time you go to indicators, you go to technicals, volume profile, and we're going to be using periodic volume profile for the next 2 setups. From there, I'll add it so that we have a fresh one. I'll hide mine. And now again, the inputs will be the same. These need to be at 68. 100, but this time we're going to do 7-day of data and style. Again, make sure your value area high and value area lows are checked and custom color them if that's your preference. You won't be seeing much of these, but it's nice to have them. So I guess it's standard at 30. I prefer 80. Hit OK. And right off the bat, if you like your setups and settings, make sure to save the indicator template. Remember the interval because we're on the 65-minute, and that's key for the 7-day PVP levels. Hit OK, save, and then you'll come back here and make sure you favorite it for your 7-day PVP, how you prefer your indicators. And it'll be a shortcut for you. Again, you can draw your levels, throw down just some lines, doesn't matter if they're correct. As you see, I didn't really mind. And from here, you can start to adjust them. Since this is near the value area low, do the 7-day, value area low, copy, label, coordinates, double check since I was off, put them in, it's right, hit OK, and move on. Just keep doing that until you get these labels all done. And again, add your colors the way you prefer to style your labels. And value area high. Now, something I also like to do here is I'll lock these levels, make sure they're right, they're good. But because there's only 2 days of data, even though it's supposed to have 7, this is a developing line of data. So we also grab the previous week information. And again, slide the chart over. I have the auto scale locked on, which is adjusting the price. I turn that off. And as you see, as I pull the data over, I can get previous week levels accurately on the chart. And now I've zoomed in. I can slap down some lines, doesn't matter if they're right. And then start charting. So this one is a previous week, value area low. Add up here. Double check your coordinates are correct. I managed to get that one on the money right off the bat. Hit OK. I know this one's definitely not correct. Previous week, POC. Edit the line. And go to coordinates, and I'm way off. So 379.70. Hit OK. And back up to the top to grab the value area high. So this is previous week, value area high. Grabbing that, making sure that those are labeled. And I was close. Adjust. Good. All right, so now I've got 2 levels on the weekly. I got the developing levels right up here, and I got the full 7 days of the last 7 days of data from down here. And these can be some key points for later. Make sure that they're all locked. I hide any level I don't need for charting monthly levels. And here you don't have to add more indicators. Just come up here and edit these settings from the 7-day. Now we're going to go to the 1 month. These are the same. Hit OK. And now we would save this indicator template, remembering, oh, I almost missed a step. We need to go on the 4-hour chart for the monthly levels before we save the indicator. Now you go through the process of saving your indicator template, Remember interval 1 month PVP, or however you prefer. I have mine labeled as monthly PVP for my shortcut. And then make sure you go in and save the favorite for your monthly levels. Once that's done, you draw your lines just like we're doing now, but you already have all your indicator templates set up for the next time you need to chart levels without having to go through and adjusting every setting the next time you want a level. Here I use the monthly and call it January value area low. The style works for my blue. I know blue can be a little hard to see on the black background, so I'll add a little lighter blue there. POC. Red. Settings. Red. January POC. Label. Check the coordinates are correct. Hit OK. And then finish it off with the value area high of January. And I did not double check my coordinates. There. Make sure they're locked. And just like that, now you have levels for previous day and some weekly levels needed for charting the basic chart levels. Now you'll see that we ran into an issue where some overlap occurred, something that we can do. I go to my regular trading view, which is 3 minutes, and even though they're close, they're not overlapping here, I still like to change it. So 7-day POC is actually above the previous day POC. So I come here and I switch that to the top, and it goes to the top of the line. Previous day POC, you can double click, brings up the menu, and I use the bottom. This kind of helps me ensure that it doesn't get too cluttered when I'm looking. And you can remove any names on things since my VWAP is showing. But now on a closer scale, you've got your levels all ready to look and color coded to help you understand what you're looking at. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know.